It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're back with another Cloudwater beer to show you. This is their Session IPA, coming in at 4.5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can, exclusive to Tesco. These beers are available in Tesco's for £3 a can as of 2021. The branding's okay, pretty decent. I quite like the old Cloudwater branding, the white cans. I think I prefer the white cans, but yeah, this is looking okay. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. A little bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. I think the interesting thing for me, reviewing these beers from, or that have been brewed for Tesco, they've been brewed at Brewdog, using the Cloudwater yeast, closely monitored by Cloudwater. But the big thing for me is quality. The beer has to have a massive amount of quality about it, because Cloudwater were the ones in the first place who set the bar so high. They set the bar so high in terms of quality beer. It's the reason I think in the UK right now, a lot of these breweries, a lot of breweries out there are producing big hazy IPAs. It all kind of boils back down to what Cloudwater were doing six years ago when they first came about, really. I think, was it 2013? 8 years ago, maybe. But yeah, going back to it, the beer, it has to hold a certain standard being Cloudwater, and I think it will over the long term. £3 a can for a 4.5% ABV Session IPA should be pretty. It's going to be pretty decent. It's a pretty decent price, I think. We've got a 2-finger whitehead, hazy looking beer, little bit of carbonation, straw coloured. Let's get the aroma. Smells decent. Interesting. Really interesting. Just judging by the aroma, I'm going to have a taste and then I'm going to give my remarks. So I don't think I can make this remark without tasting the beer. I think I have to taste the beer first. But let's get into this. Let's taste it. Ooh. It's nice. It's nice. But it kind of... very quickly, never done this before, I just never ever done this before. I'm actually on my computer. I've never ever done this before. I'm trying to find beer, right? Yeah. Right. I couldn't remember. I'm very sorry. I've never ever gone on a computer before whilst on a review, but it reminded me of something. And as soon as I just couldn't find the name of the Brewdog beer in my head, but Am I being controversial here by saying that this tastes a little bit like Hazy Jane? Yeah, this tastes a little bit like Hazy Jane. It's contract brewed at Brewdog. I think when you, I mean, it's brewed at Ellen in Scotland, and Brewdog set up. I remember when they set up their brewery, when they did the big expansion, hazy beer really wasn't part of the agenda back then. Ironically, these guys, Cloudwater, were the people who really kind of brought focus to cloudy beer in the UK. But Brewdog then already made a brewery that was built, I think, personally, to brew bright beer. What I'm trying to say with bright beer is that they brewed clear beer. So then they had to kind of retrofit their brewery over time to be able to produce hazy beer. And it never quite worked. It always had a weird kind of brew-doggy taste about it. And I'm not jumping for joy. I remember jumping for joy when I used to drink Cloudwater beer. It was just absolutely fantastic. But this is for me. For me, this is how Hazy Jane used to be like. This is an original version of Brewdog's Hazy Jane, and that's a real shame. That's a real shame. I'm pretty sure Cloudwater didn't want that to happen, but it's got everything about that weird Brewdog taste, that weird Brewdog. You know, it's consistent with Brewdog. Like Marston's beers are consistent with Marston's, Brewdog's beers are consistent with Brewdog, and they can never get away with that. They can never, not get away with it, they can never get away from it. They can never get away from the beers tasting a bit Brewdoggy. I'm really surprised that this has happened with Cloudwater. I think this is the first beer I really enjoy. I've reviewed the box, the Cloudwater beers with big ideas. I really enjoyed that, even though it was brewed at Brewdog. I really enjoyed the Pale Ale, which is just probably being uploaded. But this is the first beer out of... This is my 6th beer from the new Cloudwater beers into Tesco. And this is the only one so far that I've gone, ooh, tastes a bit like Brewdog. But it tastes so much like how Hazy Jane used to be. Oh man. I hope, fingers crossed, I just hope this isn't the future of Cloudwater. I hope this isn't the future, because financially it might be a very bright future for them, but for the beer loving people who are tuned into this video who like Cloudwater's beers, it might well be the beginning of the end. I'm not going to read the stuff on the back, I can't be bothered. It's bumf. I mean, I remember Cloudwater beers where they didn't have any writing on the back whatsoever. It just shows you where the brewery's gone. Right, there we go. Rating for this one, not really liking that. Not really liking that at all. I was never really a fan of Hazy Jane. As soon as I tasted it, I was like, that tastes like a Brewdog beer that I can remember, but I haven't had in years because I never really liked it. That's Hazy Jane for me. I don't like it. It's a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.